Alright, awesome news everybody. Code GameLeap is active once again in Raid Shadow Legends. Go ahead and input good old Code GameLeap to get your hands on a whole bunch of free supplies if you've never input this code before. We're talking a free energy refill, 100,000 silver, and 10 free experience brews, as you see me just pick up right now on the good old free-to-play account. And you know what? If you have used Code GameLeap before, then make sure to share it with your clanmates who might not have used it and help your brothers out. Alright man, onto the video. The Demon Lord clan boss is literally the most important game mode to blast in all of Raid Shadow Legends. We're talking once you're able to clear the Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare difficulties of clan boss reliably, you're looking at an income of like 11 sacred shards per month on average. Some months are going to be better than others. My last month was absolutely terrible. This current month has been absolutely out of control. So in this video, we're going to be talking about champions that you can look out for, especially on your new Raid account, to help bolster up your clan boss team and work your way towards those harder difficulties and just really get started in clan boss. Now, if you're a brand new player and you did not pick Kale as your starting champion, we're going to go through the uncommons first. Don't worry, there's only one. We're of course going to be touching on good old Outlaw Monk, who has on his A2 places 2 poison debuffs on the target for 2 turns, and you can skill this up to a 3-turn cooldown. Just a very, very good, accessible poison champ that you can level up to just level 40 and just leave him there before you replace him with somebody better, but it will get you started in your first few weeks of your account at least. Alright, moving swiftly on to the rare champions that you might want to keep an eye out for. We of course are going to start things off with the staple Frozen Banshee. This is an incredible, accessible rare champion to take into clan boss. I actually took my Frozen Banshee up to level 60 on my main account, and she served me extremely well for like the first 6 months of my account up there until I eventually replaced her with the legendary Ninja Man. But on her A1, she has a double hitter, each hit with a 100% chance when fully skill bucked up of placing a 5% poison debuff, so strong version for 2 turns if the target is under poison sensitivity debuff, which she also brings herself poison sense debuff on a 3-turn cooldown on her A3. So yeah, just an incredible single target poisoner. I'll also say as well that Grave Chill is worth a mention, especially if you did not start out with Kale as your starting champion, so you're kind of lacking poisonous anyway. If you happen to combo up Frozen Banshee and Grave Chill, they make an extremely good team. Grave Chill has a 50% chance of replacing the strong version of poison for 1 turn on her A1, which I mean is just fine. On her A2, she attacks one enemy, and then we're just going to read the second half of the skill here. Has a 100% chance, when skill bucked, of placing the strong version of decreased defense debuff if the target is under a poison debuff. So she's bringing that big, old, powerful decreased defense debuff, and the enemy's always going to be under a poison debuff because, yeah, you're going to be comboing her up with a Frozen Banshee. Now, the reason that it's so important that you combo her up with a Frozen Banshee is because on her A3, it reads, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each, we're actually missing a space here, Plarium. What's going on in this tooltip, man? Each hit places a weak version of poison debuff for 2 turns. Or does it? Places a 5% poison debuff instead if the target is under a poison sensitivity debuff, and so that is why she combos so well with Frozen Banshee. Just a great little duo over there. You don't have to take these 2 gals all the way up to level 60, or maybe you want to take the Banshee up to 60 but not the Grave Chill. But yeah, as far as just like economy champs go for just blasting the hell out of the clan boss, those 2 are incredibly good. A final mention for the rare champs, and do let me know if you feel like I miss any champs in this video, by the way, that could help new players out. I would say RARES. RARES is looking really solid as a rare champ option as well, mostly because of her passive. Counterattacks the attacker when an ally is attacked, so she just attacks in with her A1 skill. This means you can put your RARES in a toxic artifact set so that on hit, she has a chance of placing the weak version of poison and just really ramping up her damage so that she's doing just way more damage than she has any right to do. But not just that, but if you speed tune your RARES correctly, meaning you build out to just have just the correct amount of speed, which changes a little bit depending on difficulty of clan boss, then you can make use of her A2 as well, which removes 1 random debuff from all allies, which is great because the clan boss is trying to land stuns against your team, right? So if you time it just right, every 3rd attack the clan boss does lands a stun. So if your RARES always moves after the clan boss's 3rd attack, she's always cleansing that stun, and then she has a 100% chance bucked of placing the strong version of increased speed on all allies for 2 turns as well, so she brings that strong speed buff to your team too. But now it is on to the epics, and boys, we have to cover the queen, the absolute queen of damage dealing against clan boss. We'll get to the king a little bit later, man, but the queen of damage against clan boss has got to be Fane. She has a double hitter on her A1, which I mean, it steals a little bit of 10 meter, which obviously doesn't work into Demon Lord clan boss, but it can be useful into other areas of the game. On her A2, attacks one enemy, has a chance of placing 2 strong poison debuffs and a decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. So just 2 exceptional debuffs to bring into clan boss right here in this one skill. And then on the A3, attacks one enemy 3 times. Dude, every hit has a chance to do a different effect. One hit will place the strong version of decreased defense. Another hit will place a weaken debuff, increasing the damage that the clan boss actually takes. And then the third hit will heal Fane for a percentage of her max HP. And the best part about Fane is that you can get her completely for free by clicking on the beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box, man. Click that link. Download Raid. You'll get Ugo as your starting champion as soon as you create your new account. She'll be waiting for you in the inbox. Then at account level 40, you will get your hands on Fane to help you out into Clan Boss. At account level 45, you'll get Romero, and account level 50, you will get Vegas. All great epic champs in their own right. 4 free epics and the best possible beginner promo link you can hope to click to start your new Raid account, man. Just make sure that you are signed out of Plarium Player on your PC before clicking on that download link. Incredible damage dealer to bring into Clan Boss, mostly just because of the massive width of debuffs that she brings into the fight. Another option that you're going to have to look out for, unfortunately there's no promo link for this guy, is going to be Annex of the Undead Hordes faction. There he is. This guy is just another fantastic poisoner who also brings a crazy amount of debuffs as well. So on his A1, he has a double hitter, with each hit having a chance of placing the strong version of decreased defense for a couple of turns, which is, frankly, for an A1, fantastic stuff. On the A2, it's an attack one enemy 2 times, each hit with a chance of placing decreased accuracy and then a poison debuff for 3 turns. And then on the A3, it's a single hit with a 100% chance bug of placing that weaken debuff and also healing Annex as well a little bit for the damage inflicted. Oh yeah, also on his passive, when he drops below certain HP thresholds, he buffs himself with increased defense, then increased attack, and can even gain an extra turn when he drops below 10% health. That's just like kind of like a fun little bonus more than anything. But yeah, Annex right behind Fane is one of the best single target sort of damage dealers slash debuffers going into Clan Boss. Now we've covered the Queen, it is time to cover the King, and there he is. Oh my god. Good old Geomancer. Dude, do I wish there was a promo link to get my hands on this gem. But here he is, man. So on Annex's A1, it's an attack all enemies with a chance of placing the strong version of decreased accuracy debuff for a couple of turns, which gives him a lot of use into many different areas of the game. Not really that great for Clan Boss, but it's great elsewhere, so that's something to be aware of too. You're never going to regret max building out your Geomancer. For any new players watching, this is just a fantastic S tier champ as far as epics go. As A2, we're just going to ignore. It has no utility really in Clan Boss. What you want to do is be spamming the crap out of this A3 as much as possible, right? Fully depletes the target's turn meter, fills the champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses. Not useful into Clan Boss, but has a 100% chance when bugged of placing a HP burn and weaken debuff on the target for 3 turns. This is bookable down to a 3-turn cooldown, so you're really spamming the crap out of the HP burn and the weaken. This might not seem that great on its own, and frankly, it's not, but the passive changes everything, man. Dude, it's a long read, but it's worth the read, okay? Decrease the damage all allies receive by 15% and deflects that damage onto each enemy under a HP burn debuff placed by this champ. Whenever this champion is attacked, deflects 30% of the damage instead. When deflecting damage on each enemy hit, has a 30% chance of dealing additional damage equal to 3% of the target's max HP. Max HP damage in this game is just ridiculous. It's just nonsense, okay? The amount of damage that this is going to stack up over the course of especially a longer Clan Boss fight against Demon Lord is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be unbelievable, and it makes Geomancer just one of the best champs in the game to this day to take in as like a budget DPS option into Clan Boss. He kind of feels like he should be a Void Epic, you know, just that extra rarity deeper. But just being like a Force Epic means he's actually quite obtainable from just Ancient Shard pulling events and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes open for good old Geo. Still don't have him on my main account, man. Next up, we're going to take a little dip into the Sylvan Watchers faction. And where is he? There he is, man. good old Myceliac Priest Ornn. This guy's an absolute poison god, and frankly can be built out as your account kind of develops a bit and you get some regeneration gear and some good immortal gear pieces. You can build out Myceliac Priest Ornn to solo certain dungeons, especially Dragon and I believe Ice Golem, although Ice Golem can take a while, but certainly Dragon. And yeah, if you get him early, he's also a fantastic clan boss champ too. So the A1, it's a double hitter, each hit with a chance of placing the strong version of poison, which is great. On the A2, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 100% chance bucked of instantly activating a poison debuff on the target, which just means that poison instantly deals damage without consuming the poison or without like wasting the poison. You know, it just triggers the poison to sort of explode on the target, which is crazy good damage against clan boss, especially early on your account. And then on the A3, attacks all enemies, has a, I guess this is 75% chance bucked of placing 2 poison debuffs and a poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns on the target. Dude, huge. He also has like a lot of extra survivability mechanics and stuff worked into his kit as well. That just makes him a great solo carry champion for later on in the game. But as you can probably tell by his kit, yeah, he's just great into early clan boss, and I'm not going to go ahead and cover how you can build him out to be a solo carry champion too much in this video. We want to keep things a little bit focused, men. Next up, it's going to be good old Lizard Men, and would you know it, it's another poison style champ. Venomage, we won't spend too long on this guy, but yeah, it's another double hitter on his A1, each hit with a chance of activating up to 2 poison debuffs on the target. He actually places the poisons with the A3 on an attack all enemies, has a 100% chance bucked of placing 2 5% poison debuffs for a couple of turns, which is just great. And then on the A2, he actually brings 2 extremely extra, just super powerful debuffs to bring it to clan boss as well, in decreased defense and decreased attack, both the strong versions, as long as the target is under a poison debuff, which you best believe it's going to be if Venomage is on the team. So just another fantastic all-round. You can also build out Venomage, by the way, similar to Priest Ornn, to solo certain dungeons in the game and stuff like that. Yeah, just 2 absolute Giga Chad epic champs. Next up we have Taragi the Frog, who's a little bit more of sort of like an all-rounder style epic champ, to be honest. Helps out into just a lot of areas of the game, but can be a great starter champ into clan boss as well, mostly because not even just the poisons, but just brings a strong version of decreased attack debuff on the A1, making it pretty easy enough-ish once you've got him skill bucked up anyways to keep this decreased attack debuff active on the clan boss. He also brings an AoE Provoke, which is great on his A2 for just controlling waves and helping you progress into other areas of the game. Not that important for clan boss, but there it is. On the A3, shield buff, equal to 50% of this champion's max HP on himself, and a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns, so just a lot of general survivability here. This skill will also heal Taragi by 25% of his max HP, and place a reflect damage buff on himself for 3 turns, which is just grand. And then on the passive, that's where the poison debuffs are going to come in. When attacked, has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns once per hit. So not quite as much poison damage as the other champs that we've covered on this list so far, but decent damage and just a hell of a lot of survivability and just great versatility into a lot of other areas of the game too, thanks to the AoE Provoke. Good old Taragi. Now, I'm semi-tempted to go ahead and cover Dark Kale, who is just a very good poison damage dealer epic. Of course, kind of speaks for himself how powerful this guy is. Anyone who's played the game for a while will know, but honestly, Dark Kale takes quite a long time to get your hands on. And so, like, by the time you get your Dark Kill, are you going to be using him in your clan boss team? I don't know, maybe. Very much maybe not. But if you do want to get your hands on Dark Kale, who I won't go into his kit just now, very powerful poison champ. He's great into clan boss, but you might just have better options by the time you get him. You're going to be farming these secret room battles in Doom Tower to get your hands on Dark Kale fragments. Now, moving away from damage dealers for just a second, we've of course got to touch on good old Doom Priest. There she is, dude. This is an incredible epic champ, and really quite budget as well, you know, not being a void epic. She just brings a very simple attack one enemy A1, not a big deal. And on the A2, she at least brings the strong version of increased attack on all allies for a couple of turns. It's really all about her passive, heals all allies by a percentage of their HP, and removes 1 random debuff from them at the start of this champion's turn. So this kind of goes back to how RARES is also useful in clan boss, where you just want to speed tune your Doom Priest so that she always moves just after the clan boss's 3rd turn. And the idea is, as soon as the clan boss uses his single target stun attack on anyone on your team, the Doom Priest is going to be there to instantly cleanse that stun off. And frankly, Doom Priest is just an incredible champion into just a million other areas of the game as well, up to and including Hydra. Yeah, one of my favorite epic champions in the game, to be honest. She did so much for my account, and I wasn't expecting a lot, but man, she really blew my mind. Next up, we've got Sepulchre Sentinel. This is another champ that she also brings a strong version of decreased attack on her A1, which is just a, you know, let's just call it what it is. It's an essential debuff to bring in for most clan boss teams, unless you're building like some kind of unkillable team or something. But we're going to stay with the more like beginner / intermediate stuff in this video. So that's just a great debuff to have. And then on the A2, she places a strong version of increased defense and a block debuffs buff on allies for 2 turns, which is great. It's a great duration to have. Makes it quite easy to sort of speed tune your Sentinel as well. And again, as before, the plan is to make sure that you have your Sepulchre Sentinel's speed tuned so that she always has this block debuffs buff active just before the clan boss gets that 3rd turn and is always getting that stun in. And on her passive, she also just randomly has a, I guess, fully booked up 45% chance of completely blocking incoming damage when an ally is attacked. So that's just a nice little extra bit of survivability for your team to have on hand as well. And you know what? I think that's all we're going to touch on in this happy little video, man. So, hey, hope you all did enjoy it. If I did miss any sweet and more like accessible champs that can get new players started with their clan boss teams, make sure to pop them down below in the comments. And as always, don't forget about the beginner promo link down below. If you're looking for a fresh start in Raid or a new alt account or a new free-to-play challenge or something like that, then go ahead and create your new account using my beginner promo link down below to get your hands on Ugo as a starting champion, Fane at account level 40, and then 2 additional epics for free after that. It's really, I mean, dude, I'd say this is, I don't want to brag, but I think this is actually the best beginner promo link going, man. Straight up, I think it's crazy as hell. So yeah, definitely get it used if you're looking to create a new account or invite a friend to play the game. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy this one, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.